Hey guys!
What's up?
Welcome back to Drinks on You. We hope you've had a good week and you've checked out our previous video. If you haven't, pause, go back and watch the other video.
Totally unchoreographed. We're just in sync.
I mean, we'd like you to watch the other video. It has no connection to what we're about to share today.
None whatsoever.
Yeah.
We should have told them there's a secret Easter egg if you watch that video.
Easter egg?
It'll reveal secrets.
A secret Easter egg. Not even a secret, I don't know. Christmas is coming up. What's fun? No, that's also Easter. Damn. Why an Easter egg?
Because that's what they call. They call Easter, like in movies and TV shows.
I thought they only linked to Easter.
No.
Because an Easter egg is linked to the festival of Easter.
I think it's an Easter egg because it's a surprise, a hidden in plain sight kind of thing.
During Easter?
No. Hi guys. We'll talk after.
I have never ever heard of it being referred to that.
Are you serious?
I am being so for real. I thought they were always linked to Easter.
Easter eggs, yes. But an Easter egg in
There's
something...
no difference.
No, that's not we'll talk about this.
Hi,
this
guys.
is God. Wow.
Do you want this moment now?
No,
It's sure.
it's fine. Can someone comment below and explain to my beautiful wife what an Easter egg is?
I mean, I think
not
you're just making
an Easter egg
Same
from
tone.
Easter, but an Easter egg in movies. I don't know how else to. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Comment below.
Yeah, tell us how you're doing.
Yeah, tell us how your week's been.
Yeah.
We're in November. How did that happen? Because I can remember Christmas 2019, and it's almost Christmas again, and I just don't really understand how that's happened.
That was an interesting Christmas.
Wow. Would you like a moment?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
I just thought we were just
We're just
tracking
gonna breeze
time.
past it. Yeah, I
You
mean,
paused
I did.
pensively.
I'm sorry.
Let's talk about it. I think this is gonna have to make it into every video now. It's okay, baby.
I found another grey hair. I have 2 grey hairs on my beard. I'm so
He's got
excited.
a thing about turning gray.
So excited.
But anyway, today we thought you're being so awkward.
I'm being your dude. Yeah, take that. What did we think, my love?
We thought we'd let you guys in on our journey. How we met. How we met.
Our journey.
How we met is what I was trying to say. I don't know about bro. But we're gonna switch it up a bit. We're gonna let each other share their recollection of what they remember of our meeting and that process. And then obviously we'll patch them together, and then at the end we'll actually do the actual like journeying together where we kind of like, babe, actually I don't remember it like that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have, this is gonna be really hard to not interject. Like, well, Annie, you'll go first. I have never called you that.
Never.
Yet.
Unless you're
I call you that at home, but not in this context.
No. You don't even call me that at home.
I do sometimes. Been a while. Bo was never my preferred or easier choice.
It technically wasn't my choice.
But yes, so I choose you to go first.
Even though this was my idea, but sure.
It's fine. It's fine. You're the head of the house, you know.
Cool. Okay. It's on video evidence. Yeah. Anyway.
In this context, babe, you know, you starting first. I'm putting you first in this context. But every other context, we're joint, equal partners in this marriage.
Okay.
Thank you. You know you like it. Why are you pretending?
Yeah, it's sporadically. That's like the 4th one you've done so far.
Why are you giving it a go? So, babe.
There's no winning. So, babe.
How did we meet?
So,
according to your recollection.
According to my recollection. So, it was winter 2012.
2020. Wait, so we fresh.
2012. Dude, I'm tired. Okay.
Oh! Before you go,
Oh,
we didn't let you in.
that's zdrowie. When you ching, you have to make eye contact.
Eyes.
Yeah, exactly. So, to you guys as well, eyes, right there. Cool.
What are you drinking, babe?
Oh, very nice. We are drinking Fins, which is fake pins from Aldi. I just came up with that.
That is not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Fims. I'm having Fims with wild berries and
frozen wild berries,
ginger ale.
and I'm having the same minus the berries, just with ice.
And you wouldn't think we were having the same drink based on the difference in
She's
color.
fascinated by this.
I mean, I know it's the reflection of the red and the berries and stuff, but yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that's what we're drinking.
Does it taste significantly different? This is totally not what we're meant to be. Ooh, yeah. There's a slight difference.
Okay, cool. So, babe,
So,
how did you meet him?
winter 2011, actually. Right? Yeah.
It's
no,
your story.
it's my story. So, yeah. So I think around this time, so November, October-ish. At that point in my life, I'd been going through some stuff, mostly self-inflicted stuff. But the night that I met Nolly, the night I'm in Nolly was a day after I had broken up with my fiance. Dun dun dun. I say broken up. She ended the engagement because of some stuff I did. So I wasn't talking to my family at the time as well. It was not the best of times. But I was living with a friend of mine who, yeah, it was just a dark time. Anyway, fast forward. So this it was maybe a Wednesday night, I want to say. So Thursday, Sunday.
You met on a Sunday. I mean, it's your story. Wednesday night.
No, okay, actually, yeah, you're right. Wednesday night or something else. Anyway, so Saturday night, engagement ended. I kind of hit rock bottom. Sunday night, the church we were attending at the time was having no, it wasn't a student's night. It was like a young adults night thing, like social get together, get to know each other, icebreaker type scenario. I don't even know what it's called. And Nolly was one of the hosts. Were you one of the hosts? No, she was one of the welcome committee. So the first pretty face you see walking, like, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Come on in. There's hot drinks here. There's pastries there. I don't remember what was on the actual menu. But we had a mutual friend, shout out Natty, who knew Nolly was from South Africa, knew Nolly was a Trevor Noah fan, and knew I was a Trevor Noah fan. And she was like, hey, you're from Southern Africa, she's from South Africa, you guys talk the same, similar. That's what she said. You should meet her, she's kind of cool. I'm like, alright, cool, whatever. So bear in mind, when we met, I was like not interested in anyone else. But then I remember walking into the room and Natchi introduced us, and I'm like, ooh, she has got a gorgeous smile. This girl is alright. So she had no smile. I was just like, man, like light up the room, like instantly put me in a better mood just seeing her, which was awesome. And then we just hit it off. We just started talking. She's like, oh, I'm from South Africa, I'm from Cape Town. I'm like, oh, cool, I'm from Zimbabwe, but I have South African ancestry, and blah, blah, blah. It was just cool. So what she was meant to do was greet me and usher me in. I think we talked for like maybe 10, 15 minutes, just laughing about Trevor Noah and just really clicking. I genuinely don't even remember what happened the rest of that night. That's the only memory I have. And then I think at the end of the night, we caught up again, started chatting some more. And I was like, oh, sorry, rewind to when I was talking to her. In our first interaction, I remember thinking to myself, because I think she mentioned that she had a boyfriend or something. I don't know. No, she didn't mention she had a boyfriend, because I remember thinking, man, she's going to make him an amazing wife, or she's going to make whoever she's with an amazing wife, right? Anyway, fast forward to the end of the night, we're talking, still hitting it off, and I'm like, I really want to stay in contact with her. I had no interest in her beyond just being friends, but you know, when men and women interact, I'm like, I did say to her, there's no way of me saying this without it sounding like I'm trying to get with you, but could I have your number? Can we stay in contact? And she was like, yeah, okay, cool, sweet. The whole of Monday, the whole of Tuesday, pretty sure the whole of Wednesday, literally from the moment my eyes opened until I went to bed, we were just texting each other back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, but bear in mind, and this, I'm also still in the, I want to get back with my ex, like trying to figure out how do I get back with my ex. But then the more I talked to Nolly, the more I was just like, I think I've got a crush on this girl. I'm like, yeah, I've got a crush on her. But I wasn't going to entertain it because I'm trying to get back with my ex, and Nolly had been with her boyfriend for a year and a bit at that point. Anyway, out of the blue, Nolly's like, it seems like you have feelings for me. Projecting. And we can't continue to be friends if there's this kind of vibe going on, because I'm not going to entertain it, kind of thing. So I chuckled to myself. I'm like, sure, like, yes, I do have a crush, but I respect that you have a boyfriend. I'm trying to get back with my ex anyway, so I'm not gonna move. I'm not gonna move soon. Anyway, yeah, then we just started hanging out with our friend Nat. Like, we always hung out, the three of us. Like, there was never a time Nolly and I hung out, just the two of us. And all three of us were singers. We formed a group. We wrote a song. Well, I think Nolly and Nat wrote a song, and I just kind of. Is that still a thing? Does it still track? Anyway.
And you showed your guns?
No.
Your response?
You said you weren't going to interject.
I'm clarifying.
I feel like you're clouding me now, but it's fine. Salt Bay, come on, Bay. Why are you making me say it? It's so mean. Anyway, yeah, we wrote a song together. Like, we were just inseparable, the three of us. Fast forward a few more months. So I had started volunteering in the children's ministry at our church. So, like, basically just being an extra number, sometimes teaching the kids like Bible stuff, playing games with them, just, yeah, kind of being big brother / person / authority figure.
Was that because you were a neighbor?
Yeah. Anyway, so it was coming up to the annual kids weekend away kind of thing. And so I was good friends with the children's ministry director at the church at the time. And he was like, you should come along. I was like, I don't have money. He was like, if you come along as a volunteer, you don't have to pay. I think that's how it works. I don't know how it works, but he was like, you should come through. And I'm like, I'm going to come through. So one afternoon, we're prepping and we're putting like getting all the kids' games and stuff and like packed up and whatnot at the church. And Nolly comes through. Bear in mind, all through this process, I'm like, hey, you know, Nolly's like my little sis. She's been calling me big bro or whatever, you know, all, you know, proper, like, you know, we're just really good friends. Anyway, Nolly comes through in the afternoon with her boyfriend, right? So at this point, it was clear I'm not getting back with my ex, but I was in a place where I was like, I don't want to be in a relationship. and I wanted to deepen my connection with God. Like, I literally said out loud, I'm like, God, I just want anything to do with you. I don't, if it means I get to a point where I meet someone else, that's cool. But right now, I just want to focus on you, type thing. Anyway, Nolly comes in. At this point, we know each other quite well. I have like the utmost like respect and like admiration for Nolly. So in my head, the guy she was with would be someone of her caliber and above, right? That's
caliber respect.
It's very high.
Okay.
Very high.
Okay.
Like I still think you're out of my league. But like when she came to the church to introduce us to the man, innit? And I remember, and I see Nolly walking in. She was looking fine. She was like wearing like this yellow sundress.
I was?
Yeah, and I can't remember, but you had like this cardigan. You had your hair tied up. You look good.
It was my floral dress.
The floral, yeah. You know that.
With the
that
pockets.
Dress, yeah. That dress, yeah. It made you look good. As Nolly walked in, I'm like, okay, I see you, sis. And then her boyfriend was there. I'm like, ugh.
Wow.
He wasn't unattractive. That's not. It was just like he was wearing like the outfit was. And I'm not a fashion guru by any stretch of the imagination. Just look at all my old Facebook photos and you'll know that. But when he was, and I remember it was so bad. I remember when it was.
Wait, this is not meant to be about him.
I know this is part, but it's part of the story. This is the process that we went through. And I remember looking at him and I'm like, nah, man, I'm better than this dude. What is she doing with him? Not as in I can replace him, but like, nah, like. As soon as I hadn't even spoken to the brother, which is so bad, I was just like, no, she can do better. And then I spoke to him, I'm like, no, she can definitely do better. Again, nothing wrong with him. He was just kind of, he was like a cracker.
A cracker?
Like, you know, not a white person, but like,
whoa,
like,
whoa.
you know the like cheese and crackers, except without the cheese.
Oh, babe.
It was just dry, flavorless. Like, no, you know the communion wafer. That's what. There was no sauce. He had no sauce, people. And I'm like, really though? Cool. She can do better, but you know, it is what it is. So they stayed for a couple of minutes and then they headed out. Fast forward to I think like 2 days before I found out on the day when we were leaving with the day before we were leaving with the kids for the getaway. The weekend away, that's the one. That Nolly was coming. I'm like, oh sweet, Nolly's gonna be there, Natty's gonna be there. Great, like the three of us, the trio, Three Musketeers, like you know, my man them who weren't men, but you know. So and we're going for a 4-day weekend because it was on a bank holiday type thing. I don't know how we managed to. For me,
it was always cheaper.
Yeah,
bank holidays are always cheaper.
Really?
Or they.
I thought it was more expensive.
It was better value for money because they threw the 4th day kind of as a thing.
Cut price kind of thing. So anyway, I'm like, sweet, my peeps are gonna be there. I mean, everyone was my peeps, but these were my peeps. We get there, and so up until this point, Nolly had been very abusive to me. Okay, like physically abusive. Like I would crack a joke, and she like punch my arm and stuff. Like that's just without consent, guys.
Abusive.
Yes.
I think there could be a different word for that.
Rough. She was violent towards me. Is that better? But yeah, I'll crack a joke and she would like punch me, or or tease her and she'd punch me, and I'll just let it slide. At the weekend away, I was just like, you know what, I've had enough. If you hit me again, I'm hitting you back. She hit me
in a much friendlier way than that.
I mean, it wasn't very friendly. Like, let's be honest. Like, so here's the thing. I'm sure you'll figure out about Nolly if we ever play games on here, which I hope we never do. Nolly is possibly the most competitive person on the planet, and which is fine. Like, go for yours. That's what's got her as far as she has in a lot of things. The thing is, Nolly is a sore loser, but she's also a terrible winner. Like, she is the kind of if she scores on you, she'll kind of be in your face like, like I'm pretty sure you've done that dance before as well. Anyway,
I don't really know what you're talking about.
at that point, I didn't know how competitive she was. So she hit me, I hit her back, and she was determined to hit me harder than I hit her. And so it just escalated, but like punching arms, and then it escalated to pinching. I had a bruise here for years. It was discolored for years. Yes, it was. Basically play fighting 4 days straight, and like just like to the point where the kids were like, "You guys, can you stop doing that?" Because we would literally run around the complex. Bear in mind, we weren't the only church at this complex. Like there were other groups, and we would like just barrel through them, chasing each other, dragging. Like Nolly dragged me on the carpet at one point. I'm sure I dragged her on the carpet. There was
Drag?
Yeah.
I mean, you make me sound really strong.
You are very strong.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not as strong as me, but which she just refused to accept. So, which is what escalated. So, like, there were scratch marks. There were like I had carpet burn on one of my butt cheeks from being dry. Yes, I remember that because it stung when I got in the shower. But yeah, and this at this point we're still kind of like thinking, oh, we're just playing around, you know, it's just, you know, brother and sisterly fighting. But then, so we went on it was Friday to Monday. Yeah, it was Friday to Monday. Saturday, I don't know what happened, and Nolly ran away. So she was sharing a room with our friend Natty, and Nolly ran into their room. So I was like, oh, she thinks she's escaped, but I know that there's no one in that room. So I ran straight into the room, like completely took her off guard, and I cornered her. And then there was this moment, you know, in the movies where there's this lingering moment where like our eyes locked, and I froze. I was like, and I just ran out of the room like I had been set on fire. Like it was the most awkward thing. And I ran out of the room and I just kind of stopped outside. I'm like, what the, insert expletive, what just happened? What? I'm still deciding if I can swear.
Okay.
But we do have the age gate, but I'm not, anyway.
What the heck?
But yeah, I was just like, WTF, what the face is happening right now?
Okay.
And then for a few hours after that, we were still kind of like, like awkward, and then we went right back to it. But in that moment, I was just like, oh, we're feeling each other. Interesting. And Nolly was still with her man at this point. And I'm like, Now, some friends of ours, a married couple, the wife in said married couple, I don't know if they'll want us to use their names, had said to me, "You're going to marry Nolly." I'm just like, she's got a boyfriend. They've been together like a year and a half. And I don't look at her that way. She definitely doesn't look at me that way. So, well, are you high? Basically.
Wow.
And she's just like, you guys are going to get married. So I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, and so this was before we went for this weekend away. On the weekend away, there's a weird shift in our relationship. We're still kind of hanging out, but I'm noticing that she is seeking me out more. And I'm like, And that's not on some, she wants some of this. Like, I just noticed, I think because there was the shift of that almost kiss moment. And from then on, if I didn't come to find you, you were coming to find me. Regardless of whether I was with Natty or not.
So we're both doing it.
Yes. But it was significant to me that you were reciprocating.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you were thirsty. Though you were. Yeah, Sunday rolls around, Monday rolls around. We get on the coach. Nolly comes specifically to sit next to me. I'm like, Like, and I think before anything had happened, that would have just been, it is what it is. But I'm like, but usually in that situation, because I think Natty was sat in front of us, Nolly would go and sit with Natty. This time she came and she sat next to me. I'm like, okay. Get home Monday night. Tuesday, Nolly's texting me. And she's like, so, how do you think this weekend went? Trying to be slick. And I knew exactly what she was asking me, but I'm like, I'm gonna make you sweat. I'm just like, oh, it's great. You know, a lot of kids like gave their life to the Lord. Some of the kids were praying and speaking in tongues. That was like really like crazy. A lot of kids came out of their shell. For me, that was one of the biggest things of that week. You know, like there was a little girl there. She was little in age and in stature. She was the smallest kid there, and she was quite timid at the start. But by the end, she was going on the zip line. It was an awesome weekend in that regard. So I'm just like, yeah, it was just great. And Nolly's like, yeah. What else did you enjoy about the weekend? I'm just like, oh my life. So I just messaged her. I'm like, ask me the question you want to ask me. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh my life. I'm like, you're asking me if I've noticed that there's been a shift in our relationship. You're feeling me and I'm feeling you. And she was like, well, I mean, I don't know if I would put it that way. I'm just like, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But I was like, I'm just going to put it out there. Like, I do not view you as my little sister anymore. Like, I like you, but you've been in... Oh, I forgot to say, our married friend had said that they've been together 18 months. This is a make or break for their relationship. If he doesn't pop the question, it ain't happening. And you and Nolly are getting married. Married. She said married, not we're going to get together, not you guys are going to start. No. She said you and Nolly are going to get married. I'm like, well, poppycock. Anyway, so I said to Nolly, I'm like, listen, it might just be an infatuation thing because we've never spent this much time alone together. We did a lot of play fighting and stuff. Like, we were in close proximity a lot. Like, it could be so many other things. There's so many things. So let's just, I am willing to step back and let you focus on your relationship and like cut contact with you until whatever this is kind of fades away. And Nolly's like, yeah, I don't want you to do that. And I'm like, okay, so what do you want to do?
And pause.